Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 2002 release by Hasbro from their Star Wars Attack of the Clones Episode 2 series of action figures and playsets. And this particular item we are looking at today is of the bounty hunter Jango Fett, as he appeared in Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. Now, Jango Fett was obviously the bounty hunter, but he was also the provider of the cells to create the clone army. And obviously, he had a battle with Obi-Wan Kenobi at Kamino. And this particular figure is from the Kamino Escape. Okay, so this is the card it comes in. And at the very top, it's got ages 4 and up. It's got Star Wars. And it says Jango Fett with missiles firing backpack, Attack of the Clones, and on the bottom right hand corner you've got the Hasbro logo. So there's not much else on the front of the card, so let's turn the card around and let's have a look at what we've got on the back. Okay, so on the back it says Attack of the Clones, Star Wars. 10 years after the fight to save Naboo from invasion, a courageous Jedi Knight, his headstrong apprentice, and a queen turned senator are drawn into the heart of war. A resourceful and dangerous bounty hunter, Jango attempts to take out Obi-Wan Kenobi as he escapes from Tipoca City. And that's images of the actual figure itself. Just bring that in closer so we can see. So there's Jango Fett, and that's him without his helmet. That's his grappling hook, and there's obviously the removable helmet, and that shows you how to fire his backpack. It says insert missile into jetpack, push to fire, and then we've got all the copyright information and so on, and the warning information at the bottom, together with all the relevant logos and information at the bottom there. Okay, that's the back of the card. So let's now have a good look at the actual figure itself. Let's just zoom in and see what we can see here. Okay. So there is Jango Fett, as portrayed by the actor Temuera Morrison. He played Jango Fett in the movie, and then of course he went on to play Boba Fett in the television episodes, The Book of Boba Fett. So that's the figure. I mean, the likeness to the character is very good. Let's just bring it a little bit closer. I mean, it's exceptionally good sculpting of the face, and very, very much like Jango Fett as he appeared in the television in the movie Attack of the Clones. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get too much light on here. There we go. I mean, that's a much better image. But there you can see the image is amazing. And there he is in his, obviously, all his outfit with his gadget, his grappling hook in his hand there, and all his other gadgets on his other arm, and in his leg armor and boots. And remember, he was a Mandalorian. And there's his helmet there, which obviously is removable with a, I think I don't know if the targeting section comes down, but yeah, it's a removable helmet, and there's his 2 weapons as well, and obviously that is the rocket that goes into the back of the jetpack, which is there, and sorry, that's not the rocket, that's his staff. The rocket is already loaded into the back of the jetpack, as you can see, and you press the button at the bottom to fire it. So yeah, that's the figure. Now, unfortunately, obviously, you can see that this figure is still attached into the pack, so I can't open it. But let's get some measurements, so we've got a rough idea of what size this figure is. So it's supposed to be 3 3/4 inches. So we're looking at about 10 centimeters, which is 3 3/4 inch. Width-wise, about, I would say about 5 centimeters, and depth-wise, we're looking at about 2 centimeters. As I say, he's sealed up in the pack, so I can't actually take him out. But articulation wise, I've got one of my from my collection here. I've got a Stormtrooper, but the articulation on the figures are all the same, although this particular figure I've got in my hand doesn't have any articulation on the knee joints, but as you can see on this particular one, on Boba Fett, there is some articulation on the knee joints. So the rest of it I think is the same though. So you've got the elbows, you've got the, no, it's not the same. See, this one here also doesn't have the articulation on the elbows there either. So okay, that's a pointless exercise. Let's put him to one side. But you can see, so you've got articulation on the neck, you've got articulation on the top of the arm, and you've got articulation on the elbow. Now there's no articulation on the hands, but they are gripping hands so that he can grip his guns. And again, you've got waist articulation, tops of the legs articulation, and the knee joints articulation. So pretty good articulation on these Attack of the Clones figures. Now I think the Attack of the Clones figures didn't really get that much promotion and didn't sell as well as the others, and I think that's probably mainly because it was the middle film and not the first one that everyone had anticipated for, or the final film which everyone was screaming for. So it was like the center of the film, so it didn't really get the promotion that I think the figures needed, because I think these figures are amazing. The episode 2 figures were just some of the best I think that were produced. But they didn't sell as well as the episode 1 or the Revenge of the Sith ones, come to that, which was a shame really, because as I say, I think they were fabulous. I'm talking about UK, I don't know about the States, but over in the UK they did not sell as well as the other two from the other two movies. But as I say, the figures I think were just amazing. Some of the figures were just absolutely brilliant, and this Jango Fett one was one of those fantastic figures. Now of course we're talking 22 years on since these figures were released, and as they didn't do that particular well, they didn't run for a particular long time, and again, being the middle film, there was only a short amount of time before the final film came out, so they were only ran for a while, because Revenge of the Sith figures was out long before the movie hit the cinemas. So the middle range figures really didn't get the recognition and the length of time they deserved before the line was cancelled. Of course, now 22 years on, these figures are now extremely collectible, and they're getting harder and harder to find, especially in this mint unopened condition. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find a few, and they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Wars items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody. I'm absolutely positive you're not going to want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.